Are you seeing recurring numbers 444, 333, 1122, a crazy number times a day, way beyond coincidence? Well, that's a sign that you are leveling up and leaving the 3D world and entering the new frequency of the fifth dimension. It's really exciting. Today, I'm going to give you lots of ways in which to leave the crazy 3D frequency forever. Give your nervous system a break, relax your body, empower your creativity, and actually even help the world. My name's Sonia Choquette. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. If you're new, maybe your intuition or your higher self led you here. Certainly, it's a divine appointment. And if you are coming back again, welcome back. We have been deeply involved in going through the steps of the transformation from living in the crazy town 3D world that we see all around us on the horizontal plane. And we're leveling up to the fifth dimension, which is not another place out there. We're not blasting off to another planet, but we are moving into another universe. One where the frequency in which we live is peaceful and grounded and powerful and loving and connected. Most of all, creative and safe. So I'm glad you're here. Let's begin. Now, we are being encouraged by all the drama that we see around us to level up and start to live in a higher frequency, to enter the 5D, the fifth dimension, consciousness, energy, perception. And it's confusing for a lot of people because we've been taught and it's been reinforced that the only reality is the one that our physical senses registers. Now, if you are at all current with science, we begin to recognize that that is very limiting and inaccurate, that there is more that meets the eye. And frankly, what our physical senses register, they don't do a very good job anyway. But the most limiting thing is that when you're in 3D, as we can see as evidenced by the world where we're being mirrored back to us through the news every day, it's a very toxic, painful, crazy, warmongering, attacking frequency. It's awful. And the good news is you can leave it today. You can leave that frequency right now. You can enter a different reality. And I mean, it's not imagination. It's not fantasy. It's literally transforming your experience of who you are and shifting to an expanded energetic field that takes you out of all this chaos. Look at it this way. It's like when you're listening to an AM talk radio, there is a lot of blah blah and a lot of drama going on and a lot of barking dog opinions and a lot of noise. And if you listen to it for any length of time, you can feel how agitating it is because that talk radio is really just people's limited perception saying this is the way it is instead of this is the way I'm experiencing it in a limited way. Whereas, say you go to FM, all of a sudden you're getting a break from all that talk radio. You can listen to classical music all day long or some rock and roll or some fun music, and there's not a lot of talking. There's just a lot of music, and depending on the channel you tune into, it's a relief from all that talking. Well, that's a different universe. Well, then imagine that you go to satellite and you can really tune into things that capture your imagination and take you to a whole new experience, creative energies that really lift you up and show you new things and empower you and help you become a master creator of your own experience. Well, people who live in this expanded sort of satellite frequency, 5D, are living in a very different world than those who are living entrenched in 3D, which is me against you, fight, flight, freeze, freak out, and destroy yourself or others just with your own thoughts. So today, let's leave 3D. And if you're seeing all these recurring numbers, It's your ticket to ride to a higher frequency. That means your higher self is starting to show you that there is really order and organization on this planet, and that the universe also runs in a very organized, orderly way called patterns, called frequencies, called energy, vibration, frequency. It's all about expanding your energy field, allowing more power to come through you, more perception, discernment, awareness to come through. And it does start with those repeating numbers. Let's face it, the one thing they do accomplish is it gets your attention. You sort of snap out of your preoccupied state of mind and you start to notice, wow, if I'm noticing these numbers, the natural consequences, you start looking around and noticing other things. This is the activation of your inner senses as well as the sharpening of your outer senses, which occurs when you get out of your complete immersion in your inner world thoughts. It brings you out. You start to see other signs. And one of the things I've invited you to do in the last few weeks is notice that there's energy helping you. There's spirit guides, there's divine beings, there's more than meets the eye, and you can ask for signs, gifts even. Lots of people have said, I've asked for signs, and one guy said, on my very front door, I found a beautiful, just like for no reason, a flower. Someone left a flower just laying on the ground at my front door. Now, okay, random, maybe, but I don't think so. Another person said that I actually had the impulse to call an old friend I hadn't talked to since high school. And that person said that he was thinking about me too. We were best friends. I talked to him for an hour and we laughed so hard that I felt like I had been given a new lease on life. Now, one of the ways in which you can tell you're leveling up and you're leaving that 3D chaotic frequency and entering the 5D healing dimension is that you start to have these intuitive experiences more often than you can dismiss. The recurring numbers, the telepathic impulses to contact people, or you think of someone and you run into them. Even dreams at night that really feel like they're giving you messages and often reassurance. I've had a lot of clients say, I dreamt that there was an angel in my room and was telling me everything was going to be okay. And you know what? There really was an angel in your room, and in your dream state, you were able to perceive what your conscious mind was unable to. Now we're starting to bridge that. In fact, think about paying attention to what good things are happening to you. Because the truth is, this invitation to enter 5D is being blasted at us 24 hours a day on full volume right now, because it's time for we humans to level up and relieve ourselves of our own chaos and drama. Another important way to consciously start to enter a 5D world is 4 different words, and you use them like magic wands. The first 2 are I love. I love me. I love myself. I love this day. Oh, I love a good cup of coffee. I love your dress. I love your smile. I love that idea. I love that book. I love that show. I love my kids. When you start using the words I love 25 times a day, you level up, you open your heart, you begin to pull in more of what matches that love, and you become available to all the gifts and goodness of the universe. Plus the heart, which you're opening, is a portal to manifesting. It's your power source. It's where your energy to create comes through. And if it's all blocked up and shut down, it's all clogged up with thinking and fear, then it's going to diminish your power to create. The other 2 magic words that are going to change your frequency, and you can do it this week, are thank you. Thank you is the frequency of gratitude. Love and gratitude are the 2 frequencies that beam you up, Scotty, in a blast off moment to the fifth dimension. Thank you for noticing. Thank you for calling. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for that cup of coffee. Thank you for serving me. Thank you is that the frequency of acknowledging others and acknowledging the energies that others are bringing to you that are good and loving. So if you say, I love, fill in the blank, or thank you and fill in the blank, I promise you, miracles will happen. You have to say it 25 times a day for the next 7 days. And if you want to have a completely transformation of your life and a deep, profound healing, say it 25 times a day for a month. Then you're going to really be entrenched in the frequencies of the fifth dimension and you'll never go back. Another thing that will really empower you quickly is to trust the inner guidance that is waking up. Trust the vibrations and the energy that you are being invited to, that is calling for you to listen and you're being invited to use to help your life be better. If you get a gut feeling, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't sit around and ask why and give me an explanation. Oh my God, that's weird. Trust it's coming from within. Don't do it. Or if you're getting that's a red light vibration. If you're getting a green light vibration, do it. Take that trip. Call that person. Write that book. Say I love you to someone. Reach out. Share that idea. Do it. Just do it. Don't go from heart to head to put it like in the blender of your head and shred it to death and then do nothing, because then you're right back in 3D and you're going to be frustrated and disempowered. If you get an empowering vibration, a feeling, it's not a thought, and a strong feeling to do something, that is your higher dimensional, fifth dimension self trying to be birthed through you. So say yes. And the other thing is that you really want to learn to get grounded, because the fifth dimension frequencies require a calm physical body to work at their ideal state. Okay? So how do we do that? Well, got to start getting out of your head and becoming aware of your physical body and listening to what it needs. There's some basics that are going to make a tremendous difference. And one of them is a lot, like a lot, water. Your body is an energetic, kind of energetic receptor. And the fuel that helps it run best is water. Now, what a lot of people are reaching for, and it's not working at all, is alcohol. Alcohol dehydrates you and makes you go to crazy town, and you're back in blender head where everything is just shredded and upsets you. So, and not cold water, room temperature water. And just think about, thank you, I'm fortunate enough to have access to water. That's a whole other story, because there's a lot of people who don't have water. A lot of people. So when you have water, thank you. I love that I have this blessing. Be aware. Awareness is the ticket to ride to the fifth dimension. Gratitude, love, awareness, and presence in your body. Notice, don't poison your body with things that are not good for it, like sugar. A lot of people are feeling so anxious, and anxious energy motivates you to reach for sugar. It's like, I understand it, because anxiety is draining, and you think, oh, sugar, that'll lift me up. It's like, crash. Instead, be proactive and reach for nuts or an egg or a piece of cheese or chia pudding, something that has some protein, because protein grounds your body. Protein calms your nervous system. Water, protein, and the third one is greens. These are the three formulas to change the chemistry of your body to a more peaceful, balanced energy. Water, protein, and greens. And you know what? You want to have the greens for other things. That's even better. That keeps your blood sugar even, so you're not flipping out and melting down. Body, mind, and spirit only appear to be separate. It's all connected. It's the vessel in which our consciousness operates. So we need to keep that vessel as well fueled and as well cared for as possible. And now the other major thing, probably I should have said it first, is breath, breathing. And there is a breath that will take you to the fifth dimension straight away. It'll take you out of the third dimension chaotic state of being, of mind, of fear, and it'll put you in the fifth dimension of peace. And the breath is this: you put one hand on your heart, and you put the other hand on your belly, and you breathe in to the heart to the count of 4, and you breathe out of the belly, imagine, to the count of 6 with pauses between the two. Breathe in to the count of 4, hold for 2, and then when you exhale, especially if you're super agitated, exhale like you're blowing out of a straw. Now breathe into the heart, maybe to the count of 5. Hold for 2, and then out for the count of 7. The key is always exhale 2 breaths longer, 2 counts longer rather than the breath in. This brings you into your heart. This pulls your energy out of what I call blender brain, and pulls you into your heart, pulls you into the ground. And then what you can do, which really helps, is breathe up from your feet into your heart. Imagine that you'll actually notice your ribs opening up when you breathe up, like the ground supporting me. And that is, if you do this up to 10, 20 times, if you do it 4 or 5 times, you'll already feel relief. You're leaving the third dimension. You're entering the fifth dimension. You'll notice the first thing is your mind gets quiet. The second thing, your heart opens. The third is you start to feel the presence of the loving support of the universe. You actually start to feel the love and support of the universe. How can I say it better? Your angels, your guides, your higher self, your creator. Because you've just tuned into its frequency, which is the heart and love. And then the other thing you can do is laugh. Laughter breaks up fear. Fear is like a volcano. Fear is like an electrical shock to your nervous system. It really exhausts you and it troubles you. And when you are in that fear state, you're kind of hijacked. You're really entrenched in the most dense frequencies of the third dimension, and it just drains the heck out of you. So laughter is the escape. Laughter breaks you out of that feeling of being trapped and shackled and stuck and enslaved, but to frequencies you can't control. So build up your laugh factor juices. Create a go-to list of what makes you laugh. Funny memes, cartoons, baby videos, play with your dog, but don't just try to laugh when you're scared. Train yourself to laugh all the time. So when those fear waves come in trying to pull you down, you're ready. Like my mom used to say, the situation is critical, but never serious. We got to find a way to laugh fast. So that's something I'm going to leave you with today. These are the immediate ways to elevate out of the crazy town of the third dimension that we see every which way we go, to step into a more peaceful, empowered place that you don't go back. It's time. You don't have to live in the frequencies of hell. You don't have to be freaked out and fearful and poisoned with toxic energy and wiped out and passing out with anxiety. But that is the third dimension. You just got to find your way out. And I hope that these tools today, if you try them, you will have an immediate experience of the divine you that's loved, connected, intuitive, supported, guided. And those repeating numbers are your invitation to level up. I'm Sonia Choquette. Thanks for being with me again. We're in this together, and if you enjoyed this message, please give it a thumbs up. And what will really help keep these messages going are two things. Subscribe so you don't miss. Hit that bell to let you know I'm back. And share this with your friends, because the more of us that level up, the quicker this planet will start to heal. It's like the butterfly effect. You start with just a little, and pretty soon it travels fast, and our family needs this energy to travel fast. We can't do very well, and no one is doing well in the chaos that the third dimension has spiraled out of control in being. All my love. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.